Here are 3 reasons God does not want you to pray for a sign. Number 1, there are different types of signs according to the Bible, and we're only to ask for one of them. If you've been watching my videos for a while, you know I use the word sign a lot. However, according to the Bible, there are different types of signs. The first type of sign the Bible mentions is what I refer to as signs and wonders. These are biblical and real, but we are explicitly told not to ask God for this type of sign. When we ask Him for these types of signs, it's actually because we lack faith and want God to prove Himself to us. We are not to put God to the test. The second type of sign in the Bible is what I call signs of guidance, or evidence for what God is saying. This is the type of sign we are to ask God to show us. Whenever you ask God for wisdom or guidance, you will know what He's saying through the evidence He then provides, whether that be through biblical instruction, the Spirit's leading in your heart, or through the circumstances in your life. So of course you should ask God for this type of sign. You should ask God for guidance, but you should not ask God for a supernatural sign, because that puts Him to the test, lacks faith. And we're told not to do that. Number 2, don't ask for a sign. Ask for eyes to see the signs God is sending. In Matthew 16, 1-4, it states, "And the Pharisees and Sadducees came, and to test Him, they asked Him to show them a sign from heaven. He answered them, 'When it is evening, you say it will be fair weather, for the sky is red. And in the morning, it will be stormy today, for the sky is red and threatening. You know how to interpret the appearance of the sky, but you cannot interpret the signs of the times. An evil and adulterous generation seeks for a sign, but no sign will be given to it except the sign of Jonah.' Jesus rebuked them for testing Him and for asking for more signs, even though they could not interpret the signs that were present. Really, it's better to ask God to give you insight and wisdom to interpret the signs He is sending. You don't need a dream, a supernatural vision, or someone to prophetically tell you the future. You need eyes to see biblical application, the Spirit's leading, and wisdom, because God is always leading us, but we often lack the ability to understand the evidence He's sending. As Paul said in Ephesians 1:17-19, "I pray that the eyes of your heart may be enlightened, in order that you may know the hope to which He has called you." So don't pray for a sign. Pray for the eyes to see the signs God is already sending. And number 3, when you pray for a supernatural sign, you are often rejecting the responsibility God has placed on you to steward the life He's given you. When we ask God for the type of supernatural sign that leaves no doubt about what God wants, it's basically like saying you don't want to manage the life He's given you to manage. If God wanted to control our lives directly and remove our freedom to make choices by giving us unmistakable signs in the sky, He could do that. But He made us free beings because He wants us to make real choices and to have faith in Him. Like the 3 servants given the talents by their master, He will only be upset with us if we sit idly, fearful of making a mistake in managing what He's called us to steward. For more on this topic, here's some related videos. And until next time, God bless.